Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read S6 6053 Dinosaur Detectives. Dinosaur Introduction. We're walking down the hallway toward Miss Frizzle's classroom on a Monday morning. I was really excited to get to school. We had just started a unit on dinosaurs. I had a big surprise for everyone. Do you smell something strange? Dorothy Ann said, though wrinkling up her nose. The smell isn't strange, I said. It's disgusting. Ew. Just then, Miss Frizzle came rushing out of the classroom. She was wearing a cool dinosaur dress. She was carrying Wanda's project on dinosaur eggs. Clear the hallway, Miss Frizzle shouted. I'm coming through. Her voice sounded funny because she was pinching her nose, shut with one hand. I've got to get these eggs outside. Dinosaurs laid eggs. Baby dinosaurs hatched from eggs. Dinosaur eggs held a baby animal and a yolk. The yolk was animal's food until it hatched. Big plant eaters laid the biggest eggs. Sauropods were heavy, long-necked plant eaters. They laid football-shaped eggs. Their eggs were 1 foot long and 10 inches wide. Yeah, that's rotten egg with smell, Carlos said. Technically, it's hydrogen sulfide. Dorothy Ann corrected him. Whatever it is, Carlos said, it's extremely gross. I laughed at Carlos' joke. Everyone else groaned. As soon as we went into the classroom, we rushed to open the window. We saw Miss Frizzle outside dumping the eggs into a garbage can. I noticed that Liz was lying on Miss Frizzle's desk, looking more green than usual. I carried her to the window to get some fresh air. By the time Miss Frizzle came back, we could all breathe again. These weren't real dinosaur eggs, were they? Phoebe asked. No way, Dorothy Ann exclaimed. Dinosaurs are extinct. They died out millions of years ago. Did you say dinosaurs stink? Carlos asked. Everyone groaned again. No, Carlos. Dorothy Ann answered. They are extinct. That means not one member of the species is still alive. Class, if there are no dinosaurs around, how do we know they existed? Miss Frizzle asked. She was just checking to see if we remembered what we had learned last week. About 20 hands just shut up, including mine. I was dying to answer the question. I had proof in my backpack, but Miss Frizzle picked Keisha to answer her question. Fossils? That's how we know about dinosaurs. Fantastic, Keisha, Miss Frizzle said. Miss Frizzle, I said, waving my hand in the air. Please call on me. All right, Ruffy. What do you have to add? I stood up, picked up my backpack, and walked to the front of the room. I reached into my bag and pulled out my surprise. It's a dinosaur fossil. How fossils form. Tarzan is buried in the ground. Over time, the hard parts of the animal, such as bones and teeth, preserved by surrounding minerals. These hard parts turn into rock and become fossils. Fantastic fossils. We know about dinosaurs through their fossils. Fossil is anything left from a prehistoric animal or plant. There are 5 main kinds of dinosaur fossils: bones, teeth, footprints, eggs and nests, skin prints. My fossil proves dinosaurs are fact, not fiction. The fossils give us clues about how dinosaurs looked and how they lived. Wow, Dorothy Ann said. She rushed up to check out my fossil. The rest of the kids followed after her. Did that come from a cereal box, Ralphie? Dorothy said suspiciously. I ignored DA for once. I knew something she didn't. It certainly looks like a fossil, Ralphie, Miss Frizzle said. Where did you get it? I went to visit my grandma this weekend, I explained. When I told her about our dinosaur project, she said she had an uncle who hunted dinosaur fossils way back in 1915. An old truck of his was still up in the attic. Cool. My dad and I went up to the attic and found the trunk. We continued inside. There were some pics and maps. And at the bottom of the trunk, we found this. I stopped and picked up the fossil. Do you know where your uncle found it? The Freeze asked. Grandma said he searched for dinosaurs out in the state of Wyoming. You mean there were dinosaurs in the United States? You bet. Thousands of dino skeletons have been found in the West. What part of a dinosaur is it? I think it's a tooth. Maybe it's from a T-Rex, Carlos said. I know just the person who can identify this, Miss Frizzle said. She whipped out her cell phone and punched in a number. Hello, can I speak with Dr. Marcus, please? She said into the phone. Hello, Doug. It's Valerie Frizzle. Could I bring in a fossil for you to look at? Great, we'll be right there. Where are we going? I asked as Miss Frizzle put away her cell phone. To the Museum of Natural History, the Freeze said with a smile. If Dr. Marcus knows which dinosaur that tooth belongs to, Ralphie, maybe he'll put it in the museum. Oh wow, Dorothy Ann yelled. They have great dinosaur bones there. Bring us a fossil, Ralphie, the Freeze said, as we all started to pack up. Dr. Marcus is a dinosaur detective. It would be so cool if my fossil was in a museum. I carefully tucked the dinosaur tooth into my backpack. Liz took a flying leap into Miss Frizzle's school bag. She had been acting excited ever since we started studying dinosaurs. We all headed out of the classroom to the magic school bus. I wish we could see some real dinosaurs, Keisha said as we piled inside. That's impossible, Dorothy Ann said, but DA forgot one thing. Nothing is impossible with the magic school bus. Chapter 2. Carlos and Phoebe grabbed my favorite seat right behind Miss Frizzle before I got the chance. Sit with me, Ralphie, DA asked, patting the seat beside her. It was right behind Carlos and Phoebe. I knew DA just wanted to see my dinosaur fossil, but I sat down anyway. So, Dorothy Ann, Carlos said, turning around in his seat. Why did the dinosaur cross the road? I don't know, to get to the other side? DA guessed. No, because the chicken hadn't evolved yet, Carlos. Laughed till tears came to his eye. Miss Jordan, fossil. I promise I'll be really, really careful. Okay. Pulling the fossil from my backpack, I cautiously placed it in DA's hand. Just then, Miss Frizzle called back to Phoebe and Carlos. Kids, check the map on my laptop. Want to take the shortest route to the museum. Carlos grabbed the Freeze laptop and popped it open. What keyword should I type in? He asked. Miss Frizzle didn't answer. She was busy keeping her eyes on the road. I leaned forward and looked at the laptop. Try dinosaur, I suggested. Carlos typed in dinosaur. My timeline popped up on the screen. Age of dinosaur, Mesozoic era, Cretaceous, Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, Molossauro, Jurassic period, Triassic period, 251 million years ago. Now what? Carlos asked me, try checking on Triassic. I said, that dinosaur named blah blah looks really cool. Carlos clicked the mouse on Triassic, but the next screen that popped up was really strange. It didn't say anything about the Quilophysis or the museum. It just had a lot of icons on it. Only one I recognized was the Magic School Bus, and even it looked strange. I wonder what this does. Museum, the car set the Magic School Bus icon. I don't know. Try it. Carlos clicked on the Magic School Bus icon. Then something even stranger happened. Two bright eye signs began to flash on the screen. One said escape, the other said T treble. I was getting a bad feeling about this. So Carlos moved the cursor to T treble. I tried to stop his trigger finger, but he clicked the mouse just as I opened my mouth to scream, "Stop! Whoosh!" The sound around us was louder than a jet. Outside the window, everything turned into a blur. Miss Frizzle whirled around to stare at Carlos and her laptop. No, she yelled. You didn't click on T treble, did you? Did I do something wrong? Carlos asked. For a moment, the freeze face turned as red as her hair. As she smiled, and I noticed a familiar twinkle in her eye. Hold on tight. Everybody, we're traveling back in time. Her words were lost in a weird echo as we left the 21st century behind. We must have traveled millions and millions of years back in time. The centuries were just flying by outside the window. Then all of a sudden, we came to a stop, a dead stop. It looked like the bus had landed right in the middle of a dinosaur graveyard. Everybody peered out the window. We were surrounded by gigantic bones. The end.